The price of Bitcoin crashed quite bad the other day, dropping from $23,500 down to $22,349 where it currently sits. Now, if we look, currently the CME gap is sitting at $22,240, which is approximately $100 below where the price of Bitcoin is currently sitting. What does that mean heading into this weekend? And of course, what does that mean heading into next week? Well, I would say right now is one of those moments where I'd say it's a buy the dip type time. From my perspective, as I'm going to show you in today's analysis, it seems, to be honest, to be forming a very strong level of liquidity at these levels here. We may suffer a little bit of more of a drop down, but in short, things are looking up. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing some of the altcoins that I'm purchasing during the course of this dip outside of the usual XTP, DAFI, and of course CAPS. CAPS, by the way, is doing really well today, and we are going to cover that in today's video. So make sure you drop a like. I'd appreciate that. We're trying to get 1,000 likes on today's video. Make sure, of course, you do subscribe to the channel, especially if you are new and you've never seen me on the internet before. My name is Jordan, and I make videos about cryptocurrency here on YouTube every single day. So drop a like, subscribe, and let's crack straight on, first of all, by looking at the price of Bitcoin. Now, of course, you can see these VWAP bands have become very, very small, and that's just because the volume on Bitcoin has been declining. Of course, we've got the 24-hour close here, and then it resets, and we've not really had so much price action this weekend. However, if we look at the daily right now, this is how Bitcoin looks when you give it a little bit more perspective. Now, I say there is currently two scenarios that happen. The first scenario is not my preference because, of course, the first scenario is the worst scenario. And the worst scenario would be, look, we've got a big volume band down here, and that big volume band is currently sitting at about $19,000. And that would mean essentially, look, if Bitcoin's price is to lose the level here at this level, which is $21,300, if we lose that $21,300 level, we drop down and we fill that CME gap all the way down at $19,800 and then likely bounce significantly to the upside. However, the more positive scenario that I favor right now is if we zoom in on the 4-hour and we look at actually what do our indicators look like right now. So we've got the RSI bottomed out and the MACD looks horrendous, which is good if you are a bull, because currently it looks to be looping back around, which means your moving averages are suggesting the price is going to rise. However, we've kind of stopped a lot of moving average trading here because I much prefer the support resistance trading, simply because recently it's been significantly more profitable. And so in short, we have a lower level of support that formed at these levels. And so long as we don't close an hourly candle below this lower level of support right now, we should keep trading within the current trading range. And the current trading range looks a little bit like this. Again, a massive flag to the upside. And I do definitely favor a move to the upside, because when you start zooming in right now, you'll see the control line rises back to the upside here at $23,000. And it's my expectation that on Monday, the price of Bitcoin actually just kind of jumps back up $800. I think it's going to be quite a good Monday. Now, let me explain why I think it's going to be quite a good Monday, because I'm expecting some major changes on the traditional market. The first major change I'm expecting is the DXY. The DXY is the value of $1 against a basket of goods, or rather, it's basically the US dollar versus the US dollar. It's how the US dollar is performing. If this chart is going up, the dollar is getting stronger. If this chart's going down, the dollar is getting weaker. Now, in recent times, the dollar has been getting stronger here on the 4-hour chart, having had a very significant decline at the start of this year. This is where 2023 starts. We saw that significant decline, and then since February, it rose up. However, it hit this key level of resistance, and I've been saying there's a lot of bulls out there that think that key level of resistance is going to break, and we start going to the upside. And if that scenario happens, you would expect Bitcoin's price declines very quickly, very significantly, all the way down to $19,000. I'm watching the DXY so closely right now because I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't think that's going to happen. And the reason that I don't think that's going to happen is the US dollar is bearish. It doesn't matter what way you look at it right now, the market is in recovery. And the stock market and stock traders, as I pointed out on Twitter this morning, I believe the stock traders have significantly underestimated how low unemployment can go. I think that because the governments have changed the goalposts on what defines unemployment, therefore naturally making unemployment statistics lower than ever by nature of changing the goalpost for what defines unemployed, like it used to be if you earned less than £16,000 a year or whatever, or no, 16 hours a week or less of work used to class yourself as unemployed. However, now they changed the goalpost. Even if you're part-time, you're classed as employed. Even if you're a gig worker in a gig economy, you're classed as employed. And because they've changed that goalpost, it means that we won't see unemployment rising. Even if we saw some kind of economic crash which caused massive amounts of jobs to be lost, we still wouldn't see unemployment rising. And that's because the gig economy is bigger than ever. People say, yeah, but what about nobody's going to be buying off Uber or nobody's going to be buying off Deliveroo if the gig economy, if the traditional markets are kind of dumping? That's not true, because more people will be at home, more people will be ordering on apps, more people will be getting taxis to meetings. People still continue to live their lives regardless of whether the economy is good or whether it is bad. Credit is still easier than ever to get for most people, and so you won't see a significant change, I don't think, in the way that people spend their money. Even if we had a lot of people being made unemployed, you would then see people start to make money via these applications and spend their money on these applications, meaning that essentially the economy is just shifting where the balance of power is. And because I believe that DXY is going to decline quite significantly in price. And my expectation is that as soon as we lose this yellow level of resistance that you see on the screen right here, we drop very significantly to the downside, and that's what sparks the next Bitcoin bull run. Because of this reasoning, I am long on the markets right now. Now, my positions, again, I didn't fare too good in the crash. I must admit, I lost probably about $30,000 on my trades when the prices crashed, which was most unfortunate, but it is just, again, didn't catch it. It went down very quickly. I think a lot of people got wicked out by that. But why did Bitcoin's price and Ethereum's price crash so bad? Because if we actually zoom out and look at the state of that crash from when it happened, that was very quickly. Like, it all happened in the span of maybe 5 or 10 minutes did this. It was very quick. Why was that? Well, because when we lost this level of support here, it was not a whole lot of selling that happened. It wasn't people going, oh my God, I'm bearish, it's time to short. No, it's people that are bullish, like me, that were forced into selling their positions because we'd positioned ourselves a little bit too heavily for the upside, and naturally that means that you have to close. You have no choice but to close your position when it starts getting close to your entry, and in some cases that would have triggered liquidations throughout the market, and you would have seen a lot of long positions getting liquidated on this significant drop to the downside. Why did it wick so hard? Like on BYBIT, it wicked all the way down to $1,520 from being $1,650 just moments before. Why did it wick so badly? Because of the liquidations. It's not because people wanted to sell. It's why Bitcoin's price recently has been kind of stagnating with low volume in these levels. It's because people lost a lot of money in that crash to the downside, and that naturally means that there is less trading volume for a few days. It takes a few days for it to build back up again, and then it goes again. I expect to rise back up on Monday because essentially all that we've created here is a massive gap of liquidity. There is no liquidity in this range right here. If we are to go onto the chart and zoom in on the price of Bitcoin on the hourly chart and look at where we drop to the downside, I've not actually checked this yet, but I'd be willing to bet, and I am correct, bam, no liquidity in that range, which is why I say, look, if we break above this level right here, which is basically $22,500, if we break above and close an hourly candle of $22,500, there is no liquidity in this range because it all got wiped out by people like me who were slightly over leveraged at the top. And I made points in my videos. Like I said, I'm sailing close to the wind here. Still a little bit too close, got clipped. It is what it is. You don't win them all. And it's also important to point that out. You do not win them all. On that particular occasion, I lost out, a little bit expensive, but not the end of the world because I'm back in my positions now and we go again. At the same time, we've got this big gap. I like to trade liquidity gaps. I think it'll just zoop back upwards because there is no resistance in this range at all. And I feel like there is a lot of people flooding right now, encouraging people to go short. And the exact same thing will happen because the market goes, oh my God, I'm terrified. What am I going to do? And then they all go short, and then it goes boop and just boops it to the upside. It is what it is. We're likely to see that at the start of next week. And of course, if you are interested in trading that, please do check out BYBIT. You'll find a link for BYBIT in today's video description. That is the exchange of which I'm using in today's video. And if you've never traded before, please don't just sign up for an account and make one. Please watch my video tutorial. It's very important that you watch that video tutorial. You'll find it linked above my head, wherever the I button is. If you click on the I button, there'll be a drop down of a few videos. It's the one that says professional trading tutorial. Give that a watch. It'll help you out so much. And on Crypto Saving Expert next week, we've got a new course coming, and that new course is going to be a trader's guide. If you want free trading education, go to cryptosavingexpert.com, sign up right now. It's completely free. Just press the sign up button, make an account, and next week there'll be a free trading course on there that you can take for free that'll educate you a lot about the various different methods that I personally use, as well as a lot of my employees use, when it comes to trading the cryptocurrency markets and making money. So, in other news anyway, now we've discussed Bitcoin and I've pointed out that I feel fairly bullish. What are the things we have to discuss? Well, of course, the entire cryptocurrency market cap. What is it looking like right now? Well, in the top 100, the top gaining coin at the currently is Trust Wallet, followed by Neo, and then Synthetics. Ignore Neutrino USD. It's one of these algorithmic stable coins. And then a few other things. Gate token seems to be doing pretty well right now. Top losers in the top 100, Stacks, Casper, Maker, Mina, Arweave, The Graph, and Filecoin. That's not particularly interesting to me at this moment in time because I'm not invested in any of those projects. However, something that I am invested in is Caps, and Caps is looking like it's going to run to the upside again, because if we zoom out on this chart right here and look at the hourly chart on the price of Caps, although after my video it rallied very significantly and then a bunch of whales dropped their bags on us, I kept accumulating, and at the same time, it does look like it's going to keep breaking back to the upside. Now, I'm incredibly bullish on Caps, mainly because I think the market cap significantly undervalued, and at the same time, they've got a lot of things that are going to be coming out over the next couple of months. And it's not just me. Like, I think on a lot of things, people think, oh, it's just you that's talking about this. No. If you look on Japanese YouTube, you'll find a lot of people talking about Caps. At the same time, you'll find a lot of people talking about it on the English side of YouTube as well. It's becoming quite a popular topic, and it's only going to grow, I think. I think this is one of those things that'll become a $1 billion market cap, and definitely top 100 coin. Another thing that I think is a top 100 coin for the future is, of course, TAP. Now, TAP had a significant rise to the upside. That is XTP coin currently listed on Bittrex, but at the same time, it had a big move to the upside. Again, got sold into, which I got very annoyed about in my Telegram group. However, it's done pretty well. I know it says it's at 46 sats right now, but that's just because of the way the order book is stacked. 47 is very weak, so it's between 47 and 46. In fact, that money at 47 has only just arrived. But essentially, you can see some very significant support here on the buy side, and very weak resistance here on the sell side. The only resistance that you see right here is kind of these 1 million, 1 million, and 2 million. But at the same time, 2 million at this point is only $20,000 because of the price being a little bit lower than where it was. I feel like Caps and XTP are definitely in their buy zones. The other one, of course, I think is in the buy zone is DAFI, because DAFI's price actually broke through this level of resistance that I pointed out in the previous video. So check out all three of them altcoins, do your own due diligence on them, and let me know what you think of them in the comment section below. Are you buying? Are you selling? What are you doing with them? I'm interested to know. Now, a couple of other altcoins I think are interesting shouts right now. Glimmer. Back down at 40 cents. It doesn't take much for this coin to get back up to 44 cents. It seems to move by 10% every single day. And currently, it's down. It's been on a bit of a mad one to the downside recently. And I believe it's definitely back within my buy zone. Hence why I'm going to buy an additional $10,000 of Glimmer today, because its price is pretty low. When you zoom out on the price of Glimmer, look how high the coin's price has been in the past. It's been up at like $45, currently sat down at 40 cents. For me, it just makes sense, because I ultimately believe that the Polkadot ecosystem is going to grow very significantly. And this is going to be one of the main components in the Polkadot ecosystem. Another coin that has been dumped down very significantly recently is Zilliqa, currently trading at 2.8 cents. Zilliqa's price is back on this level of support down here. We seem to be holding that level of support. Don't really mind all of this price action because there's a lot of liquidity in this range, as you can see. And as we've got liquidity, it means that it's likely to bounce back to the upside if I'm correct on Bitcoin's price going back to the upside. And if I am correct on that, Monday could be a really good day. It is going to be a very interesting time ahead for the cryptocurrency market. So make sure you do drop a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel. If you are interested in trading, please watch the trading tutorial. I would appreciate it. And at the same time, you'll find links and information to exchanges and all sorts of wonderful things in today's video description. If you've never bought Bitcoin before, check out Swissborg and check out TAP. TAP is a debit card, which has a bank account attached to it. It's a fully regulated entity that is listed on the stock market, so please do check out TAP as well in today's video description. TAP is this one, the XTP coin. Again, small market cap right now, probably going to bounce pretty soon, especially with the US launch coming up. So that's all very exciting. But on that note, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.